Hello, I'm Tyler Smith of Battleship Pretension here with another entry in the Tyler's Movie Collection series. We are done with our series about movies that have been nominated for Oscars or have won Oscars, and we are moving into something new. So, it is February 1st today, and that is the day of the Iowa caucuses. Now, I am frustratingly interested in politics. I wish I wasn't. It would save me a lot of stress and a lot of frustration. But it's just a thing that I follow very closely, and I tend to love primary season because, as I've said many times before on my podcast, it's I like to view it as just a collection of character actors, just arguing and debating. It's sort of like watching 12 Angry Men by Sidney Lumet. But that is not the film that I will be talking about. So one thing that I am very frustrated about, and there might be people that disagree with me, and that's perfectly fine. I've been frustrated about the role that Donald Trump has been playing in the primary, and the fact that he is doing as well as he is. But it doesn't bother me that he doesn't have any political experience or anything like that. There are people in the Republican side that don't have a lot of political experience that I actually like quite a bit. It more has to do with just his general personality, and I think that it is very unpresidential the way he is able to insult people seemingly with impunity. But anyway, sorry, that is not what I was intending to talk about. But one could very much say that the whole thing with Trump is it's very much this cult of personality type of thing. So I wanted to talk about a movie that sort of explores that. It has a character who admittedly is already in office, but he decides he's going to start telling the truth as he sees it. And so I will be talking about Warren Beatty's Bulworth, which came out in 1998. It is a film that David and I have talked about many, many times. It is so many things about it seem like they shouldn't be good, or that they shouldn't work, because we have this I believe a senator from California who has just become so jaded with politics and with himself that he puts a hit out on himself because he's just tired of being alive and he wants to give his family insurance money and all that sort of thing. And the freedom of knowing he's going to die allows him to not be a politician anymore, but still be in that role. And so he says things that are often frustrating to hear, but people also find it very refreshing. And so his poll numbers actually start going up as he speaks truth to, again, the truth as he sees it, to his constituents. And so one of the things that I think people don't like about the film is that as the character gets more involved with certain other characters that come into his life, he becomes more fascinated with like black culture in Los Angeles, and that includes rap. And so we are treated to the odd spectacle of Warren Beatty rapping and then dressing in a very, one could say, a very urban way, circa 1998. And people might find that a little strange and maybe even a little condescending. It's hard to say, but I think that the film is very sincere in its desire to engage with a culture that Warren Beatty and certainly his character wouldn't engage in. And so there's a lot of, I don't know, the sincerity behind it goes a long way for me. But then also the film is incredibly funny because there's not merely the stuff that Warren Beatty says, which is funny up to a point, but it is also the way people are reacting. And Warren Beatty's chief of staff is played by Oliver Platt, who is an actor that I will always find interesting. And just the panic that he goes into anytime Warren Beatty opens his mouth, it's just hilarious to see. And there's one of my favorite lines. Once Warren Beatty starts starts embracing, rap culture, and he starts speaking in rhyme, you get you get Oliver Platt saying to a colleague, says like, "Oh, he's rhyming now." It's very disconcerting, and it's hilarious. And so the film in general, I think, especially these days when people, including myself, are so angry about politics, I think the film latches on to that anger and that frustration, because it's not just somebody like Donald Trump, but it's also somebody like Bernie Sanders who uh, who is seen as anti-establishment, as a change of pace, something new. And Bulworth is very much a film that taps into the frustration that we often feel with the Washington establishment and that sort of thing. So it's a film that I really enjoy, and it's entirely possible that you won't. I know a lot of people that don't, but I like it. David likes it, and it's one that I highly recommend. So it is available streaming now. Seek it out, and thanks for watching.